leave it as a canner. Yeah. Enjoy.
So now we come to Blaze, which is their nightclub on board. So let's go take a look. Morning. So they do have a bar area over here. Plenty of seating. As well as a dance floor. Some more seating over here. And across from Blaze is Comedy Live, where you can check out several different comedians throughout your trip. We were lucky enough to actually have some good ones this trip, and it was fun. They're actually doing another show, Opal Theater, which is right over here, so we're going to check that out. I think it's the last C-Day, so in a couple days. So you do need reservations for a lot of the shows, especially the comedy, since the comedy lounge is not big at all. And this is a ship that holds 6,000 people. And this is one of the smallest venues we've seen, especially on a ship this size. So we do highly recommend making reservations prior, even before you get on the cruise. You can do standby, but it's not a guarantee that you will get in. Night that we came in, we actually sat right over here, one of the first ones in, and it didn't fill up much. We still had this whole section, a lot of seats here, some seats over here that were still empty, so you can get in, but just depends on the night. And again, that was one of the first nights, so I was actually kind of shocked that there was still so many openings. Right now I'm on deck 4. Back in the distance is the Opal Theater, which has the main shows every night, every couple nights, even some movies and stand-up acts and things like that. Over here is Blaze, which is the nightclub. Across from that is the comedy. Back here is only on a few ships on Royal Caribbean Oasis. This is Studio B, and this is their ice skating rink, which has some shows, open ice skating. Last night they had a Battle of the Sexes game, so a bunch of different things go on here. Next up is the casino. So now we're in the casino, and it's a decent sized casino. It does get a little bit cramped, you know, when it's busier. You do have your standard tables, slot machines all over the place. Nice little seating area if you're not in the mood to gamble. And this side of the ship, I believe it is the port side, is non-smoking, and the starboard side over there is smoking. And you have a nice little bar over here. And again, if you're not in the mood to gamble and you just feel like watching TV, you can do that here. Again, just more tables, slots. And donations are welcomed and encouraged. And you have your cashier all the way down there, and also your ticket redemption. There's two of them, one here, one on the other side of the casino by the other entrance. And that pretty much, you can break your slips that you get from the machines, or you can break bills. So if you have a 20, it'll spit out 4 5s. And if you have 5s, you'll get 1s, and you know, like that. But yeah, we've been playing here for a few days and have not made anything. We started out good, but a little bit too good to be true, I guess. So this is the dining room if you're on, I think, set time. So whatever time you pick there, we did anytime. So we're in the bottom restaurant, which is the American Icon, and below us is Grande or Grand, whatever it is. So let's see what we can see in here. So it's not really set up yet at all, but just to give you guys an idea of what it looks like in here. And it is 3 levels and it is massive. We noticed that, I think on breakfast and on lunch, down over here, yeah, I think they did it for breakfast too today, down here, they do like a little buffet area, which really, really good. We came for lunch a couple days ago during the sea day, and I don't think I've had a buffet, definitely in a dining room I haven't really ever had a buffet, but in general it was a really good setup. Excellent desserts. The salad, wow. I think you guys probably saw a picture by now. Salad was massive. And this is where we had our wine tasting a couple days ago, which was also fun. Now we go into the central hub of Oasis, and that is the Royal Promenade. And first we're going to start off with the champagne bar. The bar is actually really nice. We came here last night. It does not get too busy, basically because you have the Rising Tide bar, which is probably their #1 bar on the ship, only because it basically goes from here in the promenade all the way up to Central Park. So this bar usually stays pretty quiet. It is a bit slow service-wise, we noticed. But the cocktails, wow. We had a strawberry cheesecake martini, and it's probably one of the best martinis we've ever had. They made it perfectly. And outside of the champagne bar, I'm going to show you real quick. This is where you enter the ship. So, you're going to come through these doors, and I think there's another set over there, but work with me for this one. So now, this will lead you, into the ship after you check in. Come through these doors. You're going to give them your SeaPass card here. So this is where you're going to be your first impressions of this ship, and it's going to pretty much blow your mind. Our first time on Allure a couple years ago, we were like, oh my god, so massive. And it's hard to see from, a camera's perspective, but being on here now, it's ginormous. And if this is your first ship, you may not go on another ship again because it's not going to compare. Us, we've been on 27 different cruises, dozens, well not dozens, maybe 20 or so ships, 7 different lines, and this is by far the biggest ship that we've ever been on in Allure, since they are sisters. But it's just crazy how big the ship is. And yes, it is big, but it's not as much walking as you would think, because you figure the theater is right there. That's the front of the ship, and up there you can kind of see, well, you can't really see, but that's the boardwalk, and that goes down, and even right down there, that's the restaurant. So it's really not that far of a walk, but still an amazing ship. So if you're in a mood for shopping, You have a couple different purse stores such as Coach. In here we have Michael Kors. You also have Kate Spade, and we'll get to that in a minute. But here, as soon as you enter, is Michael Kors, and you can, you know, check out the different purses that they have available. They do have sales from time to time. So here's a shot inside the store. You know, you got sunglasses, or a small selection of sunglasses, handbags, purses, just all that stuff. You got watches as well. So if you're in the mood to shop, check it out, be sure to stop here. So we're gonna keep walking out. I'm gonna do everything on the right side first and work my way back down this way. So next is a jewelry shop, which we have actually not been into yet. So let's see what they have in here. Take you to the window. You guys can kind of see it. Next up is Sorrento's Pizza. This is open, I don't think it's 24 hours. They probably close for a few hours each day at night. But if you're looking to get late night snacks for, you know, pizza anyway, come here and get that. And unlike on Carnival where you're going to be waiting for about 3 hours for a pizza, this, they usually have them already made up, already done. Actually, it's closed right now, alright. But they have them made up, so you just grab a slice and go. Last night I came here to get just cheese and meat on the pizza, no sauce, because the sauce is very acidy. And this smells a little bit nauseating. But overall, the pizza, I've had Sorrento's on 3 or 4 different Royal ships. This is probably the best tasting, but it still is horrible pizza. I don't recommend it. A lot of people like it though. But still, our number one is on MSC Divina. Their pizza, nothing compares to it. It's phenomenal. Best cruise ship pizza we've had, and it's comparable to on land. The flavor is just amazing on it. So let's take another view in here of Sorrento's. You actually have a bar over there where you can grab a cocktail. And their dough is not fresh dough like Carnival rolls it out and all that. And I'll put it to you this way: Carnival pizza compared to this, that's like pretty much straight from Italy pizza. I'm not saying it's from Italy, just the taste is so much better on Carnival than here. And also you have 2 Coke freestyle machines. You also have some on the buffet, and I think I saw a few other ones. So if you do have the drink package, you're able to get soda here. So you just hit this. Yes, I know the cup's not found. I'm trying to do a video. You want to work with me here? So, you go for water. And then just stick your thing in. And absolutely nothing comes out. Oh. There it is, that was for ice. So apparently there's no ice in the machines. Alright, so next door to Sorrento's Pizza is Printing Green. So I'm not sure what they have in here, so let's check that out. Actually, I think I was in here last night. Yeah, they have sunglasses, shirts, stuff like that. And next door, we come to Bolero's, which is a Royal Caribbean favorite. This is a, I believe a Latin-style lounge, bar. You know, they do some dance classes, music at night, live bands, things like that. I've been in here a few times. Also, the art auction is here, which I believe they're setting up for right now. Alright, so that was Bolero's. Now we're working our way to the front right now. And at the front, alright, first, before we hit the front, you're going to see the sign right here for Entertainment Place. That's going to take you down to Deck 4, where we just were. That's going to be the Casino, Studio B, Blaze, Comedy Live, and Jazz on 4. There we are. Remembered them all. Can't remember anything else. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast today, but I did remember that. So now, we're going to go to the Opal Theater, which is home to...
Oh, you're so good. Yeah.
Which is home to the show we saw the other day, which was Cats. And this is Broadway style show. So let's see, where can I take you? Actually, I want to walk over here real quick. These are like balcony seats. Somewhat, you know, similar to what you have maybe at a opera house. So let's check it out. Oh yeah, opera style seating here. Let's take a seat. Ugh. Yep, view sucks. It doesn't suck. You can see everything on stage, but honestly, I've been on so many cruises. The best place to sit, front row. It's just, you get the feeling for the performance and all that right in the front row. Can't really get that anywhere else. But I did notice that the theater does open up quite early, so I want to recommend getting here early. So say if your show's at 8 o'clock, you might want to think about getting here for about 7 or so, just so you can get yourself a good seat. Because we came the other night, I thought the show started at 7:30. It actually started at 7, so I'm like, alright, get here for 7, whatever. The show had already started at 7 o'clock, so we're a couple minutes early. Lucky enough to actually find some seats. I believe it was right in this row, maybe this one. I think it was one of these 2 rows. But other than that, it was full. Last night and the night before, they had an ABBA show, which is not part of Oasis. It's just one of those traveling shows that does shows all over, you know, Vegas and other ships, other lines, all that. Same with the comedians. So what we're going to have this week is not the same as going to be next sailing. And I think they said they were on Oasis about 8 months ago. So we were lucky enough to have them last night. It was a fantastic show. Fantastic. Alright, so now I'm upstairs. Oh, still upstairs. I was actually over here where I was showing you the balcony seating. Came back around to over here. As you see, there's a lot of seats. I want to say it was about 1,000, 1,100, something like that. Upstairs now, and this is deck 4, but considerably it's deck 3 because you do go downstairs. So deck 3, deck 4, I'm on deck 5-ish. I don't know, 5, 6. I don't know. It's a big theater. It's a nice theater too. And they're setting up for, I guess, Come Fly With Me. I think that's the next show. We have tickets to that. I don't know if it's tonight or tomorrow. So I'm going to head out the theater now, and we're going to finish up on the other side of the promenade. Alright, before we finish the promenade up, I ended up going downstairs. Just want to show you guys the bottom floor of the theater, just to give you bearings of the size of this. Not going to go on stage since they're setting up back there. Here's a good perspective of the size of the theater. Alright, I just came out of the theater. Actually, I just came out of the bathroom, but theater is right behind me. And the thing about the bathrooms, let me point out real quick. And this is actually a really good sanitary standpoint. They have buttons on the inside and outside of all of the bathrooms, public bathrooms, that you hit. You know, you can hit it with your fist, foot, whatever. That opens the door automatically, so you don't have to use your hand. I mean, you still can, but you don't have to use your hand to open and close the doors, which is really, really good. So here's just a shot of the promenade, which we're going to finish up. We already did the left side over here. Now we're going to do the right side. So here's your view. All the way up. And that goes up to, I think it's deck 15, so it goes up 10 levels. Roughly deck 15. Home. So she's like, oh, Disney is a couple dollars less than here at Disney. The most expensive place in the world to go to anywhere. Nope, guess who beat them? Alright, so next up, we're gonna head across, and this is on air. I believe they film the morning show here. Oh, and up here. With all the facts about the ship and, you know, all that fun stuff. So I'm gonna go in here now. We did trivia in here a couple days ago, but you can come check out some sporting events, things like that. It's not a big lounge, but it's still fun. You also have a bar here, which the bars on the ship are not open 24 hours. Some are, some aren't. Just, you know, because you figure you got... Let me actually do this correctly real quick to show you how many bars are just on this floor alone. So you have a mock-up bar usually here at night, so I don't think we'll count that one. You have Boleros, you have Sorrentos, you have the Rising Tide bar, you have On Air, you have a pub, and I think that's it. So you have all those bars just on this area. So don't complain that you can't find a drink or a waiter anywhere. And still with all those bars, you're going to be waiting 15-20 minutes for a drink. Actually, I'm kidding there. It's really not bad that we've noticed. People did get pissed off at oh, actually the champagne bar, I did not include that, but yeah, you have all those bars here. They were pissed off last night that it was taking the waiter forever to go to them with drinks, which yeah, I kind of would be pissed too, since there's only them and us and people at the bar. But that's a whole different story. It's just going to depend on the day of the week for, you know, that. Wanted to also mention that you do have some seating for Starbucks over here. And this is again right outside the On Air lounge. So now we come to the logo shop. So if you're looking to get anything with Royal Caribbean's name on it, for example, the what are those things called? Thermoses, or my favorite, which I have one of Allure, so I'm not going to buy this one. This is Oasis of the Seas ship model, $43, so they are quite expensive, but I have probably a dozen or so. Get the Spirit jerseys, I think that's what they're called, or a long sleeve shirt, what normal people call them. So inside you have a bunch of different Royal Caribbean items. Actually really fun stuff in there too. You can also pick up some suntan lotion, keychains, sweatshirts, hats. I even see some luggage, some pillows, keychains, Christmas ornaments, with the ship on it, t-shirts, you name it, they have it in here. Alright, so these are the Royal shops, and we're just over here at On Air. And you have your alcohol store, I think that's your perfume shop. And this one here, that's the logo shop we were just showing you. So let's check out perfume shop. And it is tax and duty free, so you don't have to worry about any taxes, because they're going to also have that in the pricing of this very expensive stuff. Alright, so here's what it looks like in here. And this shop's cut through, so yeah, you can enter on any one of the three and get to any one of the three. And next door is the port merchants. And here's all your tax and duty free alcohols. And the thing about the alcohol is you buy it here, you buy it on land. You do not get that until either the night before the last night of the cruise or the morning that you're getting off. Not allowed to bring back alcohol to your room unless you pay for it on their menus. So you'll see some menus online, or not online, but on the TVs or in the gift packages that you can get to your room, which are astronomically priced. So a $20 bottle of Captain Morgan will be about $70, $80 that way. I mean, in here too, it's just, I don't buy alcohol enough to know the pricing of everything. I mean, they have a good selection. We'll buy it here and there for it's a bottle we like from the tasting. Speaking of tasting, the tasting, free alcohol tasting, is on the first night, and they do it right around this area. But the line was so long, we ended up just skipping it. You figure 6,000 people here of a free alcohol tasting on the world's largest ship. You ain't gonna get anything unless you feel like waiting. So, wasn't happening. Next up, we have the Globe and Atlas Lounge. It kind of reminds me of the lounge over at Epcot in the UK Pavilion. Now we come to Kate Spade, which is another purse shop on board. So you got more purses, sunglasses. Oh, where's the little ducky? They have a duck purse that was in, or a swan purse, sitting right in the front. So adorable. Might actually have to pick that up. I liked it. Not for me. Pick it up for my wife. She likes to put unique things. Oh, I actually see a pair of sunglasses, men's, for myself. Have to come back, check it out later. Now we come to the Cafe Promenade. So here you can also get coffee. You can get two different types of coffee. You can get a hot coffee, like a latte, cappuccino, espresso, where you pay for that. Or some coffees that have that are spiked. These are all free in this showcase here. They also change it out throughout the day. Or you can opt out and just get their generic coffee, which is super, super, super strong. Me, I usually just get a cup of water, fill it up. And one of the most important parts of any cruise ship is the guest services desk. Any questions, concerns with your account, with your room, with anything on board, they will do their best to try and help you. Customer service for Royal in general, not their strong point. We've had so many times where we had to call to get things done. Even our last time on Allure, we spent a 2-night cruise. We spent at least felt like an entire day wasted just trying to get one simple thing handled with onboard credit that we were supposed to have. So it was a complete nightmare. Finally, the last guy's like, you know what? I'm not going to let you leave this desk until your issue's resolved. But any other questions you have, be sure to come down here. You can also pick up your cruise compass for each day here as well. And any other questions that you have, be sure to come here and get those answered. Next up, I feel like this tour is going on forever just in the promenade. But here's the watch store that they have. I've not been in here yet. But if you look closely, you'll see a goat. It's amazing. You find the greatest here. Oh, the last thing at the promenade is the Rising Tide Bar, and this is one of the most popular features on the Oasis, on the Allure, on the Harmony, and on the Symphony of the Seas. You're basically going to start off here on deck 5 and take the bar all the way to deck 8, which is Central Park, and that's where you're going to get off at. Right now, the bar is sitting all the way up there. It's not running right now since we are at port, but later on, it will be. Alright, now we're upstairs from the promenade on deck 6. As soon as you get out of the elevators, well, depending on the elevators you get out on, the other side is the theater, so I'm pretty much midship. This is the photo gallery where you can check out the photos that you take throughout the cruise, also probably on one of these kiosks, as well as the shore excursions desk. And on the other side, you have your future cruise desk. So if you're looking to book another Royal Caribbean cruise, be sure to stop here and get that done. And next door is a Royal Caribbean favorite, and that's the Schooner Bar. And we spent some time here. They host trivia like many of the different spots on board, but this is a nice place to relax. The only complaint I really have on the promenade is that you don't really have comfortable seating to just sit there for a long period of time and hang out. I mean, yeah, you could sit at Sorrento's, you could sit at the pub, sit inside Boleros or on air, even here at the Schooner Bar. But even up here, I mean, you got a decent view, but since it's so long, it's hard to enjoy everything. Also on the promenade, which I did have in the video, they do parades. So we did a DreamWorks parade with Shrek, or it wasn't even Shrek, it was Fiona, Madagascar, Kung Fu Panda, I think it was. I'm not sure. I'm not really into any of those movies. More of a Disney person, not a Universal person, but you know, whatever. So they did have a parade, which was really fun. So make sure to check that out. It'll be in your cruise compass. So this is the Schooner Bar. And it's relatively a quiet bar. And trivia got pretty busy, and it does on a lot of ships, but you figure with 6,000 people on board, your trivias are going to be bigger, and they're going to be in bigger venues. So this entire area was actually filled up yesterday for general knowledge trivia. On air where we're at earlier had a Star Wars trivia, and that was completely packed, and that was also on a sea day, so they're a bit busier on a sea day. So let's look over the edge. Oh, I forgot to show you guys the car. So a little bit of a correction earlier. This is where we're at now, upstairs. This whole thing is the promenade. Actually, the spa and fitness center. All the way down there, not the Opal Theater. So, if you're looking to get any spa packages done or anything like that, make sure to check that out. We did it yesterday. We had a 5-minute massage tester. So we both got, you know, tester massages. They do different things, different testing, or different, you know, sample offerings of things that they offer at the spa. So make sure to check out your daily cruise compass to see exactly what they're doing. If anything interests you, make sure to go ahead and check that out. So as you guys know, I really do not like high ceilings. My first time on Allure, I would not look up. Because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 decks straight up from here. Totally fine right now. Now we come to our next part of the ship. This is the boardwalk. And maybe my favorite of the neighborhoods on board. Let's go check it out, shall we? Open the door, shall we? Thank you, door. Move it. Alright, so coming outside now. Looks like my phone's crooked. Might be my hand, I don't know. So, alright, let's start off here. These are basically carvings of the carousel horse. So this is basically how they start it, and all of the work that that goes into making one of these. You see him chiseling away, and you see he's obviously in pain. I would be too if I had that sticking in my back. So I'm sorry, boy. Don't bite me. No. And you know, now comes the painting of the horse and your finished result. So that's really cool. But first, we check out the doghouse boardwalk. The boardwalk doghouse. Here you can get a couple different sausages, hot dogs, for lunch. They're open a couple hours throughout the day. Let's zoom in on the menu real quick. Alright, so that's there. Next up is carousel. It's probably our favorite part of the ship. Now there's one reason why we love this part, and I'll show you it as soon as we get around. So this isn't the size of the Disney carousel over at the Magic Kingdom. It's probably a quarter of the size. But our favorite reason is right here. No, it's not the monkey from Phantom of the Opera. It's a giraffe. We've ridden her about 5 or 6 times now, and it's so much fun. It's also so much fun having a carousel in the middle of the ocean. And this is the boardwalk you see up there on, I believe it's deck 16 or 17. You have the zip line that takes you from there all the way over, and I'm too chicken shit to do it. As of right now, I still got a couple days left to reconsider that thought. But let's go back on the other side. Take you on a little bit of a tour. So we're going to start off at the ice cream parlor. Here you can get ice cream. I believe they have cupcakes. Don't mind me stopping, I'm just taking pictures as I do this. Here's the hours of operation. So we're in San Juan today, and this tells me, by looking at the sign, kind of sad, because we actually go home soon, which kind of sucks, because we're having a good time on the ship, but everything must come to an end. So here's inside the ice cream shop. She's looking at me like you're crazy, but that's fine. Ouch. So if you've ever seen Oasis overseas, you notice that there's a giant gaping hole in the back of the ship, and that is the back right here. This is the big gaping hole. This is the boardwalk. There's another gaping hole which we'll get to, that's the central part, but this is the most noticeable gaping hole of the ship. Never been done before this ship. It's the first ship to ever have this concept, and it's an amazing concept. So right next door to the ice cream shop, you can rent some tuxedos, bow ties, jacket, shirts, all that. Let me do that right in here. Doesn't look like much of a store, but it is. Alright, so as we keep walking down the boardwalk, I like how it's empty today, since everybody's probably off in San Juan or sleeping or whatever they're doing. We now come to another bar on Oasis. Sabar, which is a tequila bar. And right next door to Sabar, or Saber, whatever it's called, is the restaurant, which also steps away has a bar. So you can literally get drinks from both in a matter of seconds. So this is Sabar. And let me just show you the menu here. And it looks like they're open every day as well. In this place, I believe it's $20 for lunch. Not really seeing the pricing on here, but I know you do have to pay in order to eat here, which we have not done yet. Alright, so as we continue down the boardwalk, and I'll get to the other side shortly, but gonna come up now to one of the two rock climbing walls that they have on board. The second one being right here. First one right across. And this spans several decks up. It goes up 1 deck, 2 deck, 3, 4, 5, 6 decks high, so about 60 feet. And back here is where they do the shows. Some nights during the week, other nights they do movies. This is the Aqua Theater. Another first for the cruising world, and first ever on this ship. So this is the first ever Aqua Theater ever brought to any ship in the world. And last night we saw, I forgot what show we saw. It was Oasis of Dreams. You know, they have the high divers that jump from up there, here. It was actually a pretty good show. We saw a similar one on Allure, which I don't remember being as good. My wife said it's very similar. So, and also back here you have the bathrooms on one side, and I think it's only on that side. Alright, so now we're gonna head over to the other side of the boardwalk. Show you up there again. This is Johnny Rockets, which we have one close to our house, which never been to. We only been to the one on Allure, which at the time was only $5 per person. Actually, no, I'm sorry, we did not go on Allure. It was Majesty of the Seas that we did it. And that was because, much like every other ship on Royal Caribbean that we've been on, food options at night are very hard to come by. You can either spend $8 on room service, go to Sorrento's Pizza, maybe try to find something small at the Promenade Cafe, or you can come to Johnny Rockets, but this is $10 per person, which I feel is not worth the pricing. However, breakfast, which we went to today, not the greatest breakfast, that's free. So if you're looking for food in the morning, you might want to check out coming here. I'll bring you to the menu just so you can check that out real quick. And here's your breakfast options. And here are your lunch options. Again, it's $10 per person. Then you can get everything except for Sundays on the menu. So if you want to get fries, onion rings, chili, smokehouse, Route 66, rocket double, melts, anything, you can get it all for $10. Alright, now we come to Star Pier, which they sell some watches. Trying to see what else. I get some shirts, hats, things like that. I'm trying to look in the glare and I'm like looking at my shadow. Yeah, I can look on my screen to see it just fine. Oh, okay. So I see some suntan lotion I have. It's in a cool shirt. Watches, sunglasses. Let's see if I can turn it this way. Nike. Alright. And this way? No, nothing else. Right next door to Star Pier is the Candy Beach Sweets. So if you have a sweet tooth, you may want to come here and get some candy. Also have the candy on the wall over here as well. Finally, we come to Pinwheels, which they have shirts, hats, kid stuff. I'm not going to say all kid stuff. Also, I see some of those sweatshirts, spirit jerseys, ship models, ship puzzles. And right back there, they have sloths. And who doesn't love a nice little cute sloth? Also, I found Dory. She's right below. But they have the Thai baby, so if you have a little one that wants a little stuffed animal, or as I like to call them, my children, you can get those here. So yeah, that's going to do it for the boardwalk. Give you one more look upstairs in the carousel. So yeah, that is the boardwalk. One of the, I believe, 7 different neighborhoods on board Oasis of the Seas. And here's part of the Windjammer buffet. Burgers, hot dogs. Oh, now no line at the tacos. Earlier there was like a line out the door. Yeah. So let's go this way. Same setup on the other side as well. Alright, now time to head into Central Park, another neighborhood on Oasis. I was going to show you Dazzle's, but it's closed and they have the watertight doors, so those are also closed, so I can't even get into that. Not sure why half the ship is closed. So first we come to Chops Grill, so this is their steakhouse on board, as well as their menu. And you can't really see anything. So let's try. This is a Rising Tide bar. Oh, look, the door's open. So let's just wander on in, shall we? So this is inside. Or if you want to eat outside, you can do that here as well. That's becoming more and more popular on all of the cruises. We're eating outside. And on the other side over here is 150 Central Park. This is where we ate for the first night. And they had a deal online for 20 bucks per person. I think it was called Dine Your Way or Dine Right, I don't know, something like that. So it's 20 bucks per person. They give you the place where you can eat at, but you can change it if it's available as well.
Yeah.
There we go. And here's their menu. We got the lamb duo, which was phenomenal. The lobster gnocchi, not good whatsoever. What did I get? Oh, I got the scallops, the pan roasted ones, and we got the tart and the donuts. Those two, The scallops, did not care for. The scallops itself were fine, but the rest of it wasn't. The lamb, that was out of this world. Would I come back here? Probably not. Food wasn't that great. which makes it kind of hesitant on eating anywhere else on the ship. So another thing I want to point out, they have umbrellas set up throughout the ship because a lot of it is open, so you can get an umbrella if you need, because it does rain in the Caribbean also when in port. So they do have umbrellas that you can get and use. So now we're coming up to an outside bar, which actually they make some really good cocktails here from the looks of it. And this is the Trellis Bar. You got a lot of areas to sit around and relax at. This glass dome structure is down below. Sorrento's Pizza is right down there. So that's the promenade. So now we come up to the Park Cafe. We ate at earlier. They're known for the New York strip sandwich. So that's like kind of a must-do. I've already had it twice. It's a pretty decent sandwich. Let me try to go inside for a bit. But to the left, when you walk in, you get salads. And to the right, excuse me, got a little bar over here. To the right, you can get sandwiches. Little food showcase here. And just some of the seating. Or if you don't feel like sitting inside, you can more than welcome to sit outside. Let's go back this way. And at night they play some violin music out here, which is nice, because it does get much quieter. And across the way, you have Giovanni's table, which is their Italian restaurant on board. Alright, so back outside now. You have a lot of seating out here. Actually, it's very, very noisy right now. But when it's not full of music, you do get that quietness of the park. Birds chirping. And all of the wildlife, or not wildlife, I'm sorry. All of the plant life out here, 100% real. I want to say it's about 25,000 plants that they have. So moving next door, we have Vintages, which is their wine and tapas bar. And it's a la carte. Let me see if they have the menu out. Doesn't have pricing, but I'm sure there's pricing inside. It's nice and air conditioned. And again, don't mind me stopping every 2 seconds. It's just me trying to get a photo of everything, just so I don't have to go back and forth with photos and the live camera. Alright, so now we're back outside in Central Park. And we're gonna go on the other side real quick. And like you saw, Michael Kors, Kate Spade. We also have a Coach store out here. So if you want a purse, you can get them here. Another thing about Oasis, and also the sister ships, you have a lot of artwork throughout the entire ship. I forgot how many different or how many pieces they have, but it's a lot. Every time you turn around, you find something new. All right, moving along. Next door to Coach is Tiffany & Company. And finally, next door to Tiffany is just a portrait studio. So they do the professional portraits here, much like all the other ships. So that's going to do it for this section. And this is Central Park. Oh, also, here's all the balconies. Both sides have them. Run down the entire length of it. I don't think I'd recommend the balconies over here. It does get very loud. Nighttime, pretty nice, but I would assume it gets very, very loud. And these are actually considered inside cabins. So now we come to the spa. I'm not going to go all the way in, but I'm going to show you a little bit of what they have. You got a little smoothie cafe over here. You got a salon, and they get your nail or hair done. You do that in here. You can also do a bunch of the testers that are in the cruise compass. We did the massage one yesterday. But they also, on the first day, once you're bored, make sure to come here. You know, once you get settled in, and just take a little bit of a tour. Get to see what everything they have, and this isn't even just for this ship. For any of the ships throughout any of the lines, we've done it on Norwegian, and wow, had a great time doing that. But they basically open up the entire ship, and it's not just the spa. It's the kids areas. It's all different areas just to show you the ship. But it's a good one for the spa, so at least you can see what they offer, test out a little bit, see if it's what you're looking for. Well, it's definitely something fun to check out. And also the testers throughout the cruise too, you can also check out. So now we are on deck 15, which is the pool deck and the solarium. And basically, I'm just going to show you this real quick. Both of the pools are on this side. There's some on this side. It's all of Central Park, and this is all basically open back here. And you can see it all the way down to, don't know what deck that is, but sure, it's quite a bit. All right, we're going to start over in the solarium, but before we get to the solarium, I want to point out that the hot tubs we've been hanging out in, one on each side, these go over the side of the ship. Usually in the morning they're pretty empty, so it's a nice little fun thing to do. So now we go into the solarium, and they do have their own cafe, which I'm gonna take a little walk in real quick. This is the bistro. They have all different types of food, things like that in here. Alright. Also, you can get coffee, tea, water. We'll head out this way. Actually, gonna lap around to where I was before. Here's another one of the hot tubs. And again, these go right over the side of the ship. It's kind of like an infinity hot tub. Let me see if I can see anything. Okay, maybe this works. You can kind of see how it cascades over. And this is the heat box solarium. It does get a bit hot in here, but of course it would. And today we're in Puerto Rico, so that is the background that you're getting to see today. We actually set sail shortly. You do have a few hot tubs in here as well. Also another section right up there. Well, let's go up there. Maybe we get a better vantage point. So this. I haven't even been up here yet, so let's see what they offer. Looks like a nice little sitting area. Oh, and there's another bar up here.
Oh yeah.
This is the main pool area in here. It's kind of crowded at this point. I've never been up here before, even on Allure. That's pretty cool. And actually, I think we're starting to sail away now, so I'm not going to go to the bridge. Show you guys that possibly later. Alright, we headed back downstairs, and the solarium we were just at was over there. So now this is the beach pool. And this is one of 4 pools out here. And it is pretty crowded, only because we were setting sail and it's mid-afternoon. bars upstairs here. And I'm not going to head to the left yet. I'll do that in a second. I'm going to show you the other pool that we have up here. And this is still the beach pool. So all of this, all a beach pool. And over here is, I believe it's a sports pool. So just so you know where our bearings are right now, we started over in the saloon there and walked our way towards the beach pool here. Just wrapped around. So we're going to head over to the next part of the pool deck. So they do have a bar set up. Not sure if this is every cruise, but that's what they offer. Here's another bar. Let's go back this way. I don't know if this is a sports one. The only reason I think it is because of the netting up here. Alright, let's go back out this way. Here's another view of the pool. Go inside. Alright, so now you can hear me a little bit better, hopefully. So this is the, I want to say it's the sports pool, only because you have all the netting up here. So we have a pool here, pool on the other side, beach pool right up here, and this is now the kids area that we're going to go into now to check out their pool. And again, we are on deck 15. Alright, so I'm not going to go all the way down, but you have a towel station straight down here, and this is all of the kids section here. And now we're going to head to the back and check out the rest of deck 15. This looks to be another shop. So here's what they offer in here. Some suntan lotion, aloe gel, sunscreen. So we just came inside and this is the arcade, which I think I showed you guys already, but I'll show you again since we're up here. It's not a massive arcade. So back outside, we're gonna head over to see if the sports cafe is open, or the Wipeout Cafe. Check that out, check out the rest of the sports deck up here. And again, this is deck 15. Alright, this looks open. Let's check out what they got here. So hamburgers, hot dogs, french fries, pizza. I'm curious if their pizza tastes better than Sorrento's. I'm assuming it does. Want to get some ice water. Or if you want ice cream, here's the place to get it. Alright, let's head outside again. Alright, so now this is the basketball court. It's a full-size basketball court. We also have ping pong tables over here, as well as right down there is another ping pong table. And to my left right now, you're going to overlook the boardwalk. So this is the other ping pong table area. And now we come to the mini golf. I believe it's 9 holes. Absolutely free to play. I think they're setting up for the zip lining right now, which again I have not yet done. I can't imagine the reason why I have not done that yet. I mean, it's not like I'm afraid of heights or anything, but I really don't know why. So here's another view of the mini golf. Actually, I still think Norwegian Escape has a much better mini golf.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Alright, heading back now. We're actually all the way in the back of the ship. This is the Wipeout bar. So if you're looking to catch a drink or grab a drink, you can do that here. And here's another flow rider right here. Oh, we're actually still tied off. I guess you thought we were leaving, but we're not. So that's the Aqua Theater all the way down there. Flow rider. Let's see if we can get a better view up here. Alright, and heading back down towards the basketball court area. But first, I'll show you the zip line area again. They're setting it up now. But you basically start off here, zip line all the way down to the other end. And my favorite part of the deck, the ship model. I just want one of these in my house. Is that too much to ask? So that's going to do it for deck 15. I'll show you the sports card again. We did not do the living room area or fuel, which are the kids' areas. You can kind of see what everything else has here.
his youngest little girl crazy about his youngest Ice cast in Frozen in Time. Let's have a big hand for the stars of tonight's show. From Russia, Ula. From Italy, Doris. From Canada, Alex and Eric. From USA, your ice captain, Lady. From the USA, Shayna. From Russia, Pavel. From Russia, Anastasia and Peter. And from Russia, Simeon. And tonight's special guest from Ukraine, Sergey.
She can